Hello, everyone. Today we're going to talk about something that either confuses people, terrifies people, uh, or just makes people freak out in general. We're going to talk about the laws of God. Yeah, I know, doesn't that get you so excited? But here's the thing, okay? We had Old Testament laws, we have New Testament laws, and we've got some instructions Jesus gave us out of his own mouth in the New Testament. So here's the thing. I'm going to say right up front, God did not expect us, well, he knew we would not be able to keep his 10 commandments. So you could say, well, why would he give them to us? That's a great question. He gave them to us because he wanted us to understand that mankind really is depraved and we're unable to do the simplest, most basic good things. And if you disagree with that, go over the 10 Commandments and ask yourself how you're doing with them. I'm not going to say them right now. They're everywhere. Google them. Okay? No one can keep the 10 Commandments. That's it, plain and simple. And God made this so that we understand that without a Savior, without Jesus Christ, there is no coming back from the original sin we inherited from Adam and Eve when they made their move on that tree for that forbidden fruit. So let me ask you a question. I think almost everyone loves their mother. I know there are a few exceptions, as there is always, but in the vast majority of cases, everyone loves and reveres their mother. A murderer going to the electric chair will have his mother there, wailing for him, praying for him, telling him he's a good boy, and telling him he loves him. A mother's love for her child is limitless. A mother would, in almost all cases, give their lives to save their child. Excuse me. So, how much do you love your mother back for that? What would you do for your mother? Would you ever intentionally harm her? Would you ever intentionally disappoint her or make her angry? Or do something that is so horrendous that she would revile you? All these things sound crazy, right? So I'm going to give you 2 words that if you follow what these 2 words say, you really would not break any of God's laws. Are you ready? Love God. Love God is part of our church saying, and which is love God, love others, and reach the world. So Jesus gave us those first 2 instructions when he was asked what was the greatest commandment, and Jesus said, love God with all your heart, mind, soul, and spirit, and love each other, which is the second most important commandment. And then when he was leaving and ascending into heaven, he asked us to perform the Great Commission for him, to spread the good news. And those are the 3 things he asked us to do. But the simple truth of the matter is, if you just did the first one, if you truly, truly loved God completely, purely, you would never sin, because you would never want to do anything to hurt God. I know we still fail at it, But the point I'm trying to make is you don't have to remember the 613 laws the Pharisees made up in addition to the Ten Commandments. You don't have to worry about the vast majority of local, state, federal laws that are in place, the tens of thousands of them, if you simply really do everything in your power to love God. Because if you love God, you'll always try to do what's right. You would abhor violence. You would detest lying and sinning and adultery and thievery. You would run from pornography. You would never take a life unless it was biblically acceptable to do so, which there are cases when it is. Love God. So, from when I started out on this video, yes, what I'm saying is we're incapable of actually loving God the way He loves us. God has agape love. He has unconditional, infinite, perfect, pure love for us. Here on earth, in the vast majority of cases, our love is conditional. I can love you up to a certain point, but if you cross this line, forget it. And that's just the truth, isn't it? That's the truth of the matter. So, even put at its simplest components, the very simplest two words, love God, we can't do that. And if we can't do that without our Savior, we can't get to heaven. So, think about that for a bit. And whenever you wonder what the right thing to do is, just say to yourself, love God. Have a good day, church. I love you.